Welcome back to the Geelong Regional Footy Show. The Geelong and District Football Netball League have awarded the Rookies of the Year to Dylan Shelley from Corio and Brad Carlton from Werribee Centrals.
I'm Mark Pope from the GDFL Media. I'm here speaking with one of the co-winners of the GDFL Rookie of the Year, Dylan Shelley from the Corio Devils. I'd like to ask you, Dylan, how do you feel of winning Rookie of the Year in 2017?
It's a pretty big honour, I guess. There's a few people that have won it in previous years that have been good players, so yeah, not too bad.
Are there any players that would influence you, you reckon, on your year this year that helped you get through the year and get yourself this accolade?
No, not really.
Not really?
No.
No one at all?
No one really.
And last question for you is, who do you think will win the GDFL Grand Final in a couple of weeks' time?
Bubbo still.
Bubbo still? You got a reason for that?
No, I just reckon they'll be too strong again.
Thanks, Dylan. Anarchy hosted Werribee Centrals in the season opener, notching their first win of 2017, thanks to a 5-goal haul from young gun Nick Fairchild, who played his first game of football in over a year and a half. Inverleigh registered the first triple-figure score of 2017 with an 8-goal game from Jack Kennedy Hunt against East Geelong. The Geelong West Giants unveiled their new colours for the first time, with a win over the Belmont Lions breaking their 600-plus day losing streak, and Bodine Carkeek becomes the first player to ever be named best on ground as a Giant. North Geelong, Buppersville and Bannockburn rounded off the winners list. In what had to be the worst day to play footy for the year, we had the Panthers and the Giants register a draw by default, thanks to some thunderstorms cancelling out the game before half-time. Werribee Centrals and the Winchelsea Blues also had their game called off due to the weather, but because it was after half-time, we found a win in this game, which was in fact the Blues to get their first win of the year. We also saw East Geelong getting up over Corio as Barry O'Toole faces his old club. Belmont Lions, Bannockburn and Inverleigh got their wins today, thanks to Jack Kenny help booting 6 goals for the Hawks. The spirit of the Anzacs must have inspired the Tigers today, who were behind for literally 4 quarters against Inverleigh, but found themselves a late goal in the dying minutes of the Anzac Day clash to become the only undefeated side in a top-of-the-table bout. It must have been the eye of the tiger this weekend, with Thompson also walloping the Belmont Lions, show who the real king of the jungle is. Jared Matheson had a field day out after kicking 9 goals, whilst Adam Walsh was the only goal kicker for the Lions. Winchelsea also had a very convincing win over the Devils, beating them 137-49. Pittman was raring to show the GDFL he was back this weekend, booting 5 majors to make sure the Magpies notched themselves the win over the Werribee Centrals. PJ DeSanto was also the best of field today. The reigning premiers also wanted to make sure the league knew they were still around, with Jaden Ettridge and Nick Costello kicking 14 goals between them. Ettridge was by far the best on the day with a tally of 9 snags. Anarchy, Bannockburn, Thompson and Inverleigh were all winners today also. It wasn't the best day for the Roos as Inverleigh beat Anarchy convincingly today, winning 123-62. But the Roos did double their score in the last term. They also took a blue as vice-captain Jordan Kavanagh broke his hand, which led him to missing a long summer footy. Anarchy's fullback Mitchell White also impressed today, keeping Kenny Hunt to only 4 goals, his lowest tally of the season thus far. East Geelong managed to get up over the Winchelsea by less than a kick after a win of 74-70. William Spice was the best man on the day for the Eagles. 2 old foes of the modern era went at it this round, with North Geelong hosting Bulpost Hill. Jaden Ettridge was the star of the day again with another 6 goals, whilst Costello was the next with 5 and Pittman from the Magpies with less to have 4. Under 22 Team of the Year and Interleague representative Tane Rabbis was best on ground for the winners. Meanwhile at Galvin Park, the Werribee Centrals had a field day against the Belmont Lions. Philip Johns and Daniel Boyne both kicked 5 goals to combine for 10, with the latter of the man who was best on ground. Ben Vardy and Devon Winsole also booted 3 goals apiece. The Inverleigh Hawks were victorious in a game against Corio, who didn't kick a goal for the whole first term. Jack Kennedy Hunt outscored the whole Corio side with 14 goals. Corio skipper Ryan Robinson was best on ground for the Devils. At Victoria Park, the Bannockburn Tigers beat the Werribee Centrals by 94 points to remain unbeaten. Cameron Wilson was best on ground for the Centrals. Winchelsea, North Geelong, East Geelong and Buppersville all also had wins today. This round saw 2 sides crack the 200-point mark. and Balpost Hill and Bannockburn respectively. Both sides also had a goal kicker each who reached double figures, with Jason Tom kicking 12 for the Tigers and Jaden Ettridge kicking 13 for the Panthers. Winchelsea snuck a late victory against the Geelong West Giants, who were leading all day long. A win for East over Werribee also keeps them in touch with the top 5 at this point in the season. Thompson recruit Brendan Wall kicked 6 goals in a crucial win over Anarchy. We're at the halfway point in the season and North Geelong consolidate their spot in the top 5 with a convincing win over Corio, while Balpost Hill were made to work for their victory against Thompson, who were up by a point at the 3-quarter break. The Giants nearly caused one of the upsets of the season after being level with Bannockburn at the end of the premiership quarter, but as the Tigers kicked 25 points in the last term to the Giants 9, they get themselves a win. There was a bit of controversy this week as the GDFL had to make a decision on whether to wipe the scores as Winchelsea fielded 19 players at the start of the second term in a total muck-up. It took the umpires 5 minutes to sort through the chaos, which must have rattled the Blues as Thompson walked away with a very convincing victory. The Hawks defeated Belmont by 200 points, with Kennedy Hunt kicking 15 majors in a powerhouse showing from the Hawks' power forward. Bannockburn beat Anarchy convincingly and the Roos injury list took a toll after losing playing co-coach Jamie Grace and Reece Illig for the remainder of the season. Mitch Vickery was also sent to hospital. Bannockburn Tigers keep their unbeaten streak alive as they beat the Blues by 71 points. It was a day for the kids as Kieran Fulton kicked 6 for Bannockburn and Tyson Berg kicked 3 for Winchelsea. It was also by far the best performance Anarchy Roos have put in all season. As senior coach Chris Moore said, "I didn't see that one coming." As the Roos beat top 5 side North Geelong, captain Jamie Phillips kicks 5 and another great showing from the kids here as Nick Fairchild kicked 3, Todd Hearn and Jake Butcher kicked 2 and Connor Walmsley was best of field. Next we have the other co-winner from the Werribee Centrals, Bradley Carlton. Brad, why do you think you've done so well this year to get yourself the Rookie of the Year along with Dylan?
I think the opportunity that we were given by the Centrals Footy Club to get ourselves into senior footy and show what we can do has really helped us develop, especially like we've got a lot of young players that are also coming through and we got some good years ahead.
So there were 3 nominees from the Werribee Centrals tonight. What can you tell me about the other 2 boys that got nominated tonight?
Now we've got Jared Fletcher and Josh Sloan. Real good talent. Jared Fletcher's real skinny bloke, but he gives it a good crack. He was on the footy show Almost Footy Legends, and Josh Sloan is a good forward option. In the coming years, I'm sure he'll kick a few bags. And finally, who do you think is going to win the flag this weekend in about 2 weeks' time? I'm really liking Balpost, but wouldn't mind seeing Inverley get up for a change.
Brilliant. Thanks, Brad. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
There'll be more on the other side of this break.